God is gracious in that he doesn't make us pay for all of our sins, but he doesn't withhold consequences from us all the time. In 1 Kings 11 through 12, we already know that Solomon does not keep God's commandments, and he lets his obsession and idolizing women lead his heart astray from God. For this, God says that he will strip the kingdom from Solomon's family, but because of his promise to David, he's not going to take it away from Solomon. He's going to take it away from Solomon's son. And he's not going to take away all of the tribes. He's going to take away the 10 northern tribes. But God did begin fracturing this kingdom under Solomon. He did this in three main ways, and we have to go back to David's war history to see how. Beginning with Edomites. So the Edomites were the descendants of Esau. Joab, David's bloodthirsty military leader who Solomon actually had put to death for his war crimes, had led a campaign against the Edomites and wiped out all but one man. His name was Hadad, and he fled to Egypt. And Hadad grew up in the Egyptian courts, and when Solomon became king, he returned to the land of Edom. He fought to get that land back, and then he ended up cutting off major trade routes for Israel. Next, under David, there was a Syrian tribe named Zobah, which was defeated. But a servant from that tribe raised a rebellion. He also was exiled, but he went back and raised a rebellion in Damascus and also caused similar problems for Solomon. Fun fact, a lot of the resources and wealth that Solomon stockpiled and that he also used to build the temple came from these two areas, and now they were cut off. Third, we see one of Solomon's builders, Jeroboam, rise to power and oversee the labor of the tribes of Joseph. And then God promises him through a prophet that he actually will take rulership of the 10 northern tribes. When word gets back to Solomon, in Saul-like fashion, he tries to have Jeroboam killed. But Jeroboam, he seeks refuge in Egypt and he exiles there. Solomon dies after 40 years of reign, and his son Rehoboam becomes king. But the elders of the tribes summon Jeroboam from Egypt to come speak with them and Rehoboam. Jeroboam arrives and he pleads with Rehoboam, and he says, listen, your dad made things really, really hard for me. If you will take it easy on me, I and my people will serve you and not challenge your authority. Rehoboam discusses this with the elders. The elders say, do what he says, be peaceful, things will be fine. But then Rehoboam goes to his friends, the guys who grew up with in court, and they say, no, you need to come down harder on him than your dad. Guess which one he chooses? He does the latter. And the elders take the 10 northern tribes and they walk away from him. And when Rehoboam sends an enforcer to try to enforce his rule in those tribes, he's stoned to death. Then Jeroboam is invited to Jerusalem, where he is made king over the 10 northern tribes. We may not pay the exact prices for our sins because of God's grace and his promises to us, but he may take away the very gifts, resources, and strengths that we take for granted, specifically when we let our hearts stray from him and replace him with other gods.